Let me guess. You bought an SMMA course from one of the big four. Maybe it was Jordan Platten. Maybe it was Charlie Morgan, the mad scientist. Maybe it was from the greedy Jewish man, Joel Kaplan, who, with his large network of 15 and 16-year-old boys,
Yo, I'm doing good, Joel.
How old are you?
I'm 15 years old.
managed to lure you in as well, with his greedy ways. Or maybe, in fact, probably, you gave in. You gave in and you donated your money, all of your money, to the Great Gatsby once again. You're like, fuck, I gotta make it. Let me get that course on how to tailor my clothes. That is the shit I need. And although I can't use his name anymore, okay, I'm literally getting paid by his team on a retainer to censor all the Iman jokes that I make on these videos, because I make too many of them, okay? It's getting out of hand.
Yeah, I know you haven't been my biggest advocate in the past, let's say.
They told me now to refer to him as the Great Gatsby. Look, I'll do it. I'm a sucker for money, what can I say? Look, I know who you fuckers watch, okay? YouTube literally gives me all the data, okay? They give me all the data about you, about your age, who you watch. I have all the info. Okay, so I know who you watch, okay? It makes me so mad that I even bought a whiteboard that you see behind me. I bought it specifically for these videos because I don't know, everyone's into whiteboard videos now. Ever since I stopped uploading, fucking Charlie Morgan has been drawing shit on whiteboards and it is getting more views than me now, okay? So this was very much an impulsive purchase from my end. I'm probably never going to use a whiteboard in my videos ever. Look, the bottom line is that you want more agency clients, right? And unlike the 2020 version of me, you probably don't have the balls to cold call every night. I mean, let's face it, that's only reserved for the highest echelon of SMMA perfection. Look, I'm just that guy, okay? I'm that guy. I have that dog in me to cold call every night when I was struggling with my agency. And you might have a bit of dog in you, okay? Like I want to make it fair here. You might have a little bit of dog in you, but the dog in you is more like a little puppy that just sends out emails, sends out DMs. And before you know it, you just watch all these SMMA gurus and then you get bent over and start getting just absolutely clapped. You get clapped. Okay? You're getting clapped by all these fucking gurus. Look, the big four, okay, as I like to call them, they had their time. In today's video, I have to appoint a new and improved big four. So I present to you Miekhail, Edvin, Mislav, and Giannis. I appoint them as the new big four because all of them, yes, all of them, make more money than all of these gurus, all of the old big four that, let's face it, Charlie, Joel, Iman, these guys don't even have an agency, come on. So what the fuck do they know about running an agency right now in 2024? I mean, sure, they might know a lot about selling you an $8,000 school community to your dumbass, but running an agency, not like these guys, not like these guys. So in this video, I present to you the four gentlemen that I, the SMMA god, appoint as the new big four. Just like that. So without further ado, I present to you an unfiltered, raw, transparent, unedited. This is not Netflix style. If you expected a Netflix style content, go to Iman. You're not welcome here. Go back to watching your little Iman videos, you fucking puss. These are four unfiltered, unedited, transparent, raw, appointment generating strategies that only the highest echelon of SMMA excellence has access to. That you're going to get access to in this video. For free. You don't even have to look. I know you want to get fucked. I know you want to buy the course, but this is going to change your life. So all these four gentlemen have agencies in varying niches. Miekhail is making 100K a month in the real estate niche. Edvin is making 35K a month in the home remodeling niche. And Mislav is making 40K a month in the roofing niche. And Giannis is making 20K a month in the cleaning niche. Which goes to prove my point once again, it's not the niche, it's your dumbass that hasn't figured it out. So I'm going to put timestamps right here on screen so that you can skip to each person's moment. So the first call I had was a call with Edvin, who scaled his home remodeling agency to 35K at 15 years old. So literally even younger than the guy we had on last week, Parsa, who scaled at 17 years old, and probably, now that I think about it, the youngest guy I'll ever have on this channel. Joel himself would be jealous. And so Edwin is going to share specifically how he runs his agency and how he uses AI to follow up with leads and turn leads into appointments for his clients. We all know the biggest hurdle in having the ability to charge a pay on results offer, or just being able to actually guarantee appointments for your clients, comes down to just knowing how to turn leads into appointments. And Edvin, who I am appointing as one of the big four, okay, remember that, is going to show you how that works with actual conversations with leads that he has had in the home improvement niche, which he now sells to home improvement businesses and makes $35,000 per month from it. So enjoy the call.
So it all started about a year ago when I started watching some Imagadzi videos and some Hamas Connect videos about how they ran and SMMA. And yeah, I got super inspired to start one myself and make 10K a month online, as back then I was a 14-year-old basically. Yeah, ever since that I started, realized that it wasn't as easy as everybody preached, but then I've been in the game for just over a year now. And we scaled all the way up to 8K a month, and then I kind of went all the way down to a zero, and now we're doing 35K, 30 to 35K per month in the remodeling space, and we have 14 clients at the moment. All we do is mainly through wire transfers, as I was too young to set up a Stripe account in the beginning. So I've recently had my dad help me set it up, but just for some credibility, guys, you can see that 286 crowns. I'm a Swedish dude, so 27K that we have in Stripe right here, just to show that I'm not bullshitting it all. But so some service delivery that we have, you can see, guys, the kind of results that we're getting: $9 leads, $13 leads, $10 leads with pretty qualified leads. Or for example, here is a client where we're getting them £4 lead. So what's that? That's like $6 or something.
Yeah, so these are the ads for the home remodeling company that you're running.
Exactly, yeah. This is a London-based client that we worked with, and you can see the ad right here. And so basically, we just do a quick call out. Then we have super simple pictures like this that we usually run. We also do some videos, but honestly, what's working the best is just super simple, what we call double collages, just like this, and then a copy, which is basically call out, and then we basically just tell them about the offer we have. So that's kind of how the ads look, and yeah, you guys could see we're getting about $5 to $15 leads at the moment. And then we basically to take them all to go high level, and in go high level, we have both two full-time ISAs calling our leads. So basically somebody who call the leads all day, every day to try to get in contact with them. But then also what we've been doing for the last 3 months, which has been a game changer. And the reason that I'm even here is we've started using Appointwise. So basically an AI that books in these leads for us on autopilot. So some people will never pick up, no matter how many times you call them, no matter how good your ISA team is. Basically, when I say ISA team, people calling your leads for your clients. So what we do now instead is we have a Appointwise, which is an AI that basically books them in, having conversations, qualifying them so that you can get high quality booked appointments. Here's a few examples of how it can look. This is what we're running for our own agency, just because we don't want to give any information of our clients on the back end. But
Okay.
yeah,
okay. So got it. So you guys are, so this is a conversation with a lead that is coming in for your agency, not for your clients. And you're basically, your first message as soon as they become a lead is, hi, Juan, this is Luke from Appointx. I just saw that you filled out our Facebook ad to get a few more bathroom projects each month. Do you guys primarily do kitchens or bathroom? And then this is basically the AI immediately replying right after. You can see the timestamps. Okay.
And what I think it does best is that it doesn't reply like we've tried a few AIs before, and they just respond right after 1 second. But no human actually does that. So what this one does is it waits for a few seconds, just like a human that actually types it out, but it's still super fast. It basically responds, you can see after a minute and so on. And then it also asks for the best time and stuff like that, and actually books it in on the calendar. So no team member even have to go and look at it. It automatically gets booked and works 24/7, 7 days a week. It basically didn't respond for 3 hours. So the AI followed up, and
Nice.
then he said, "Yes, I'm walking in meeting. Sorry, yes, we do." It said, "Call me." And the AI can obviously not call, so it did manage to handle that objection and get straight into, and yeah, basically booking them in instead for an appointment, and then they booked them in. So that's kind of how we do that. And then on the back end, we have Appointwise working all the time. So basically, when we log into Appointwise, we have it super simply set up. This is how it actually looks on the back end. So you're an AI lead, a nurture assistant called Ashley. We call it Ashley for our remodeling client. Your goal is to follow up with leads through text after they complete our Facebook lead form, aiming to convert them to a consultation. And then we have a few instructions. All of this is super simple, just things we've added. When you guys start using it, you can copy my exact ones if you want to. Those are the ones that we found to work the best. Then here you add an introduction message, and then you just add the qualifying questions and the follow-up. And you can see here how it says our prices start at about in brackets price. That's because here on the bot we can tell it prices start at minimum custom values, minimum budgets, and we've connected it so through go high level it's connected so it can see the price. So when we say start a price, then the AI basically connects and says the actual price, so we don't have to write that in. So it takes
Nice.
about 10 to 15 minutes per client to set up. Takes no time whatsoever. Have been using it for, I think it's about 3 or 4 months now, and we used to be spending thousands, even at our peak, like tens of thousands in payroll for ISAs, basically people calling our leads. Now we get away with spending less than 10,000 a month on just that. This is quite literally booking more appointments than our ISA right now, meaning that this one books more than a full-time hired person. So the ROI for us, I calculated it a few weeks ago. It's been like 90 times. Basically, because we have a performance offer where most of our clients, we get paid for the better results we get them. So we've made, I think it's like 30,000 from the AI. As you said yourself, I think the first step is maxing out your personal life and actually becoming the person that can make that money. Although mindset and stuff will always sound super wishy-washy, I think that if you don't have that dialed in, I like to say that there's no overweight billionaires, right? And there's some truth in that. Like if you don't can't optimize yourself, how will you optimize a business? But when it comes to actually practical scaling an agency, if I had one piece of advice, it would just be do the work that you need to be you need to be doing. I think everybody watching this video, everybody who are thinking about starting an SMA, have started one, have gotten their first client, whatever, all of them know what they really need to do. They've gone through enough YouTube videos, enough Thomas Connect videos. They know what they need to do. Now it's just about doing the actual thing. So if you just follow all of that and take advice that you get it in, for example, this video, you're going to get there, right? There's no magic sauce. There's not one secret thing. Of course, things like Appointwise will help you and get you there 10 times faster, but the only secret sauce is in the work that you're avoiding.
Totally agree. So it looks like your service delivery is, I would argue, the most important thing, because you told me you used to do the pay on results model with your clients, which got, I assume, your closing rate through the roof, where it comes to a stage when you know service delivery so well, like you don't have to rely on these crazy sales skills. So you actually have videos on service delivery on your channel. Is that right?
Yep, that's right. That's right. So I do have a few videos on how we get our clients these amazing results, because just like you said, I think that the most important thing in sales is conviction, and what makes your conviction strong, your service delivery and your product, right? So I have a video called how we get our clients a 19x ROAS, meaning that they get 19 times what they spend on ads with us and everything. So I could link that video and we could you guys could go through that one. That goes more in depth on everything we've spoken about today, and how I run these ads and everything that happens after that.
Yeah, I'll link that right below. Thank you, Edvin. Make sure you go check out his first YouTube video down below.
Awesome. That wasn't too scary.
Yeah, it was easy.
All right, so one of the reasons I've personally observed for why Edvin seems to be so successful is that he is actually able to save himself time and costs from having to hire an external appointment setter to turn all the leads into appointments for his clients. And the way he's doing it is through AI. Now, underneath this video, I'm going to leave a link to an extended 14-day free trial of the specific AI extension that he is using in his agency called Appointwise. Now, normally it's 7 days. It's a 7-day free trial, but using the link in the description that I'm going to plug, you get an extended 14-day free trial to test it out yourself, because I already know ahead of time a lot of you guys are there's going to be just a flood of comments asking what AI all of these people, in fact, in all the coming interviews, are using to really take their service delivery to the next level. The link is going to be in the description. Once again, there are actually more and more six-figure agencies that are switching to it. We've recently also started using it in our business, so didn't want to leave you empty-handed. I left a link underneath this video if you're curious to check it out and try it for yourself and your clients. Back to the video.
We started out with doing a done-for-you service for roofers, so booking them appointments, making their ads, and booking their appointments. And from that point on, we switched over to done with you, pretty popular. We just do their ads, and we also like to help them, convert the leads and book the appointments. And what we recently started doing 3 months ago is using Appointwise. That's an AI booking software that books the appointments for our clients. So there's an aspect of doing it for them, but they still have to call their leads and stuff like that. So right here you can see 18 grand. This is in euro. And then I have a USD account, which is like 20, and it's like striped, one stripe. I have 2 stripes. One of them is 20 grand. One of them is 9 grand. Then there's a PayPal as well, so it's a bit messy. This is an active campaign for a client. I just wanted to pull this one up because this one is not the most impressive one, but this one is making a lot of money. So first of all, it all starts with the ads. I always run the same offer for each client. So this is the offer, roof starting at $5,997. This is really good for all of you who are in roofing. This offer absolutely crushes. And there's 5 ads around that offer. I really like running 1 video ad and 4 still images. And I like to do basically give Facebook to play around with it. This is not ABO, this is CBO. So it's campaign advantage budget. So it distributes the ad spend how it likes. And what I found with this is that you don't have to check in on the ads for a while. Like you don't have to do any changes because Facebook has, stuff to play with it. Now I want to show an ad account that's looking much better than this one. It's running the same exact thing, guys. So, and we're getting, as you can see, $7 cost per lead right here. Yeah, look at these costs per lead. This isn't roofing. If I had a roofing company, I would kill for these leads, man. $30 booked appointments, pretty much. Pretty simple. We like to position the video ads, something like a TikTok style, because this is usually shown on the reel side of things. So a lot of ads that really crush and get a really low cost on Facebook are these type of TikTok reels, right? This looks like a little TikTok. These work, and also what we do is we run just some crazy ass images. So I'm going to show an image ad right here. This one, you wouldn't think this would work, right? But this is just a random ass floating house that was AI generated. So unpopular to what a lot of people do right now is they run a lot of just, pictures with the homeowners. You probably saw a lot of videos on YouTube about running ads. I'll tell you guys one thing. The crazier the ad looks like, the more people will stop. The more people stop, the lower your cost is. This right here. Yeah, cost per 1,000 impressions. The lower that is, the better the ads are. And look at the average CPM here, 22 bucks. I've just spoken with a guy that has a CPM in roofing about $85. These ads do work. These ads do work. So yeah, you guys can copy that strategy. The video one always generates the most leads. The other ones do work as well. You just got to scale them up. Here's what we do. So at first of all, if you guys who are watching this have one client and think you're going to get this, you're not. Just straight up. You have to have a couple of clients to test things out. So they had a couple of free trials we signed, and we were like, all right, we have ad spend to test. We have some money in the bank for the business. Let's invest into paying someone to teach me how to run ads. Teach me how to do this, teach me. I think I spent more than $5,000 on just someone teaching me who's in the roofing industry or the home improvement industry, how to run the ads. And I spent the first 2 months of my client success journey just making ads every day. Like I had a spreadsheet where I tracked, have I made new ads, new creatives every single day? If I haven't, I would call myself out on it. I would just not skip a day. It's really about split testing it. If you split test every day for a few months or a few weeks, you'll find a really good performing set of ads like I did here. And you just keep on rinsing and repeating it because those work. You just split tested them, they work. So it's about, just using them in the system. There's an SOP for everything. Like, hey, you run these ads in this ad account. This is the targeting. This is like, it's all the same. And if they don't perform, there's also an SOP for that. Okay, if they don't perform, like a VA could do this. I'm gonna be real. I was very honest with them. And the way I was convincing them to do it is I just told them, look, I have no job. This is what I'm doing. I'm gonna be working on this every single day, putting in a lot of effort. I'm gonna make it work for you. And it's free. They don't have to spend a lot to sign up. And I just tried to collect as many as I could. And once we got a lot of money in ad spend, I started split testing stuff, and I eventually started figuring out the fulfillment. And after we started figuring it out, we were like, okay, so now what I want to do is I want to go on commission basis. So I'm not that confident yet, but a commission basis would be nice. And then we realized, okay, we're getting a lot of money in commissions. That means our fulfillment is working. Now we can start charging upfront fees, heavy upfront fees. And that's what we're doing right now. Let me show you one real scenario. They become a lead, get an email, they get an auto confirm message. All right, good. The point of it, when someone fills out the ad copy says, book your free estimate. So the point is, if they fill out their information, they're definitely going to get on, they expect to be reached out to and get an inspection scheduled. So once that is, we send a message from the AI. This is the initial messages. This is split up in 4 because it seems more natural. And guess what? This was sent, the reply time for Anita was 19 minutes. So it does work. She said, what the problem is with her project. The bot this is being done automatically, guys. This is all done by AI. So there's a strategy behind this. The bot does a conversation, regular conversation, and tries to book them in. The bot almost got him booked in. It's probably going to send a follow-up and book him in next morning. But this is good because, when you have an AI bot doing the lead, you don't have to qualify them that much.
Yeah, because I see here even she's like, okay, like the AI sent a paragraph right here. She said, okay. The AI is like, no worries, take your time once I have the address. Like this is exactly what a human would reply, which is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a lot of strategizing, but it's really good because Appointwise is pretty simple to set up. Yeah, we're using Appointwise, and the beauty of it is not the human like responses. That's nice, but if you have 100 leads that you're not qualifying, you get a lower cost per lead, but you just give it the AI to do it. Because if you had a human going through 100 leads, they would absolutely collapse. Here's the scenario, right? They still have to call, right? We see the pipeline here. New lead, dial the leads, dial them, appointment booked, appointment taken, no shows, all this stuff. Out of these 82 appointments, I believe more than 50% of them have been booked by the actual conversation bot. So even if you have the best systems, teach your clients how to do it, they're still going to mess up. That's just the reality. Like I know a lot of you guys like have troubles. I get asked this a lot is, how do you keep your clients accountable? Trust me, I still spend a lot of my time keeping them accountable. But that's why it's really nice to have the AI and the system just doing it for you, booking the appointments for you. The AI, first of all, you get like templates. There's strategies, templates you can use. I'll just pull up one of them. This is one of the strategies. I haven't tested this much at all, but the tone is friendly and casual. That's how it, doesn't sound like an AI. And this is the instructions, right? We tell them where the leads are coming from, talk naturally, don't chit chat, don't repeat messages. Then it's like, don't be too obnoxious, yelling awesome or that's great. That sounds too much like an AI. And then it's just, all right, if someone's looking to get hired, disqualify them. Don't restart conversations, repeat messages. If they have a problem, you need to book them in. This is just instructions. There's a lot of them, obviously, but like how they were made is what matters. Like we were like, okay, we want to disqualify people that are outside of our service area, that are not a homeowner, and we just tell the bot to do that. And it's pretty simple. And we also see here, this is the intro message. What's the issue with the roof, qualification questions, follow-ups, all of this. And you just connect it to your basically Go High Level account. I started giving out free trials at the beginning. A lot of people don't like it. I don't know. But the reality is it's less risk for you because you'll get to experiment. And for the longevity of the company, it's even better because we were able to manage a lot more in ad spend, monthly ad spend, than a lot of other agencies do. And that was a really important thing on reducing our churn. We have really good profits because we don't lose clients at all. We haven't lost one client in 7 months this year. So we have really good, profits on it. So that's one of the things that really did well for me, but it was a sacrifice at the time. I had to sacrifice my time and efforts. A lot of people aren't ready to do that. But if you want to start charging upfront prices, it's fair. It's a fair strategy. But you do have to compensate heavily on your sales skills. And one of the things I'll say, it's not like you don't need to learn sales. Like this is still, even though this system works great and everything, you still have to sell it to the clients. You can have all the proof you want, but you still need to be able to sell. I'm saying you can go out and try to compensate for the lack of your sales skills with better offers, such as free trials, maybe getting on a performance model. And once you have a system that's, really, really well working, you'll build up your conviction. It'll be easier to sell. I would recommend sacrificing some of your time, because right now, if you're a beginner, you probably don't make a lot of money. Your time isn't that valuable. So maybe put the ego aside and actually help out a business owner, care about them, not scam them. That would be really nice.
Talking about sales, I mean, you're hiring right now for a sales role?
Yeah, so we are hiring right now for a full-time setter and a closer. Anyone that has any experience in this field, especially in the online, sales industry, part-time closers, anyone, more than welcome to apply. There should be a link in the description, right? You're gonna leave it in the description.
Yeah, I'll leave a link.
Right now, if you guys are curious about, how busy are we, I can tell you the calendar is looking insane, both for me and my business partner. So this is just one day. This is one person. This is George. This is not my calendar, but this is one person just booked out. The blue ones are demos. These are intros. So there's both things to do.
I'm sure it's a nice long-term opportunity as well for people to, get a sales position and potentially grow. But yeah, thanks for coming on, Mislav.
No worries, man.
So it all started about 1.5 years ago. Like I was alone, first of all, and we joined basically an academy, Affluent Academy, as a student. And then as soon as I joined there, I started my agency. Had a really, really bad struggle because I didn't start locally. So I directly went international. Didn't leverage any locality. I'm from Greece, so I didn't want to work with the Greek market. And I directly went with UK markets, Australian markets, Canadian markets. Yeah, I had a really, really tough time scaling the agency. Like I remember in like 8 months of running the agency, the maximum I did was probably 4K, 5K a month. Then I decided to close the agency and we reopened it. Like cleaning companies, I thought it was a good niche because it was not competitive. We reopened it, found Begum. We met each other online. And as soon as we partnered up, my main issue was time. Begum had more time than on my hands. First month, we hit about 4K in euros, so 5K in dollars. Second month, we dropped it to 3K, I think. So it dropped. And then third month, we hit our basically 9K a month.
So you were in Jordan Platin's course, is that right?
Yeah. Funny thing is that as soon as I closed my agency, like closed in a sense, I'm still a coach there as well.
So Begum, what do you do right now in the agency and how do you help?
So I would say like we're just 50-50 right now at the moment, going all in. In the future, we might, separate things as, sales and service delivery and dial in that way. And because I have more time in my hands, I, take more sales calls if they show up. Service delivery side of things, I also kind of tackle that a bit more. We initially started off, let me actually see, with just simple lead forms, just the usual thing, where we just, ran the initial ads that got actually the first video that we kind of published actually took a hit. Like it actually performed really good. So from the initial start, as you can see, we got around €2 cost per lead, or around €3 cost per lead already. The problem with that was obviously the qualification process. We figured that it got a bit, unqualified leads also coming through. We didn't quite have the time because I had, 10 sales calls booked in a day, and I didn't have the time to go back and forth and just book them on a Zoom while I was taking those sales calls. And also Giannis, didn't have time because he was mentoring.
Okay, so do you mean you didn't have time to like call the leads yourself and book them onto a Zoom call because that's what you did?
Yes.
With the leads? Okay.
Yes. Because ideally you would want to, reach them out as soon as they come in, and we knew that was actually going to improve everything a lot. But we just, we didn't have the availability to do that with the amount of workload we had.
And so now you run them directly to a landing page where they, I'm guessing, watch a video or directly schedule an appointment. And I see here €10, €12 per booked call.
That's actually even lower. It stopped tracking, but yeah, Giannis.
So if you wanted to, like, in simple terms, what it looked like at first, when you like tons of unqualified people, tons of sales calls that ended up just taking all your day, sometimes not show up right. And then as soon as we broke even first month with the ads, second month, which was the best one, like we brought in an appointment setter, we streamlined everything, we tested
trial and error mostly. We decided to I focus more a little bit on the sales part of things, and Begin would focus a little bit on the service delivery. So right now, this is what works best for the whole business. Like we have setters, a setter actually that make sure handles everything from the ads to showing up the call, follow-ups, send warm-up videos, and basically we both take sales calls. Now, if you want to talk a little bit about service delivery, the number one thing that is actually going to get you more clients rather than the sales, because we have a very good unfair advantage in terms of sales. We can get as many clients in, but we didn't really streamline the service delivery as much. So what we had was two separate offers, two separate service delivery offers, which one was B2B for our clients, which is more like a setting agency rather than a marketing agency. And the other one was ads, as you can see right here, for our clients, for residential customers. Now, the most success rate is at the residential clients. So like, as you can imagine, a cleaning company serves companies, other companies, local companies, like cleans restaurants and all that, and residential houses. But most of them are attracted to the B2B offer. But the most difficult to perform is actually the B2B offer. And we decided to take a step back from that and really double down on what works in one offer, right? Which is what we're doing right now. So we brought in Appointwise as well, because how the offer looked was they would come in for about 900 euros, which is about 1K per month. And we would pay about 200 to 300 per client for appointment setting, 200 approximately. And then like in 10 clients, you're giving away 2K. And what we decided to go with is Appointwise. If anybody doesn't know what Appointwise is basically an AI platform which handles the inbound leads. Ideally, we use that for our clients.
Okay.
And basically, yeah, as you can see, like definitely handles from A to Z the whole process of booking the clients.
Okay.
And I was a little bit hesitant at first, just because, it's AI. I don't know if AI is there yet. But what ended up happening is we tracked it and the conversion rate is hella higher just because of the fast responses AI has. And it only costs about $300 or so. So, and for unlimited clients, it not only saves you money, but it also helps you skyrocket the conversions. So the funny thing is we've tried the most beautiful creatives you can find out there, and turns out nobody likes them. Like they just don't work. And funny thing about that is that this creative that you see on the screen turns out to be working, one of the best creatives that we found to be working. And it's really ugly. Like, honestly, I wouldn't want that in my business. But turns out it gets the lower cost per lead and makes the most money. So we just went with it. And yeah, we try to make like funny creatives.
Video, TikTok style.
But nothing out competes this little thing right here.
It's funny because you always think you need the fancy camera and everything. When you just put an image in, it works wonders. And then is there anything specific about this form that qualifies the leads?
With Appointwise, I think this very much came in handy after Appointwise, where we DQ'd it with conditional logic on the lead form people that were looking for a job and it was a hiring post. With that, the CPL kind of more than tripled. So now Appointwise, we just left that out, and now when a lead comes in, if they're looking for a job, then Appointwise just DQs them. So it didn't happen to be a problem anymore. So we just kind of we were still at the testing where we test that for every client, but in terms of like CPA and the overall the general the outcome of the service delivery, we just went in with not disqualifying at the moment.
Could you show maybe how a conversation would go with the AI? All right, so it says, "Hey, name, it's Megan here from name of company. Just saw you're looking for your home to get clean. Is that right?" You can reply, and if it's the wrong number, thanks, Tidy Titans. And then yes. All right, how many bedrooms does your place have? So here, this is the AI. And then they answer kitchen, living room, and
all AI.
And then again, AI says, got it. We can definitely help with that. You have the prices as custom values, correct? For each sub account. Okay.
And it's like this was a very easy conversation, but I think it also objection handles, which we close a lot of leads by appointment wise, literally objection handling, the price negotiation and all that stuff.
The average would be around 8 clients a month. So we have clients that are booking 15 to 16 appointments per month, and we also have clients that are booking like 5, 6, just because not all ads are working. But that's why we brought in another topic of conversation. We brought in like 3 months minimum right now. So we basically named it a little bit of a 90-day program rather than just 1 month. Because if the ads don't work 1 month and you don't have expectations set straight, then they will leave, they'll be unhappy, and everybody loses. So what we decided to do is bringing like a 90-day minimum, set expectations straight, even telling them right from the first month that they probably won't make any profit, not revenue. And that way they have the expectations straight, and the second and third month they're getting like far better results.
Yeah. And really it's all a question of perception. You don't necessarily have to be the best agency, but you can make them perceive your service as superior just because you're honest, and most people really aren't honest. And how can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, and mostly I will be focusing on putting a lot of content on how I started, what mistakes I did in the first year and made zero money, and what I really changed in the previous 3 months to make nearly 10K a month within just 3 months of reopening the agency. So in my YouTube channel, there's Giannis Appointwise, would be a lot of content there and a lot of trial and error that other people could avoid as well when being in similar situations like mine. All of people nowadays are really focused on getting the right niche. Well, it's not that, because I got one of the probably worst niches. I've never seen anyone be in that niche, the most boring niche, which is cleaning companies, but we still hit 10K. And yeah, I don't believe it's the niche, and I'm gonna basically prove that in the content.
So currently running a real estate marketing agency. Started back in July of 2022. Had a dry patch for about 6 months, and then obviously you came out with the 20K per month challenge. That definitely put a fire under my ass, and I've really been going hard since then. Scaled to 100K in February of this year, and I've just kind of been stable at about 90 to 100K for the last 3-4 months. As you can see, we've pretty much at about 91K for last month. And then we had a couple more payments on our chase right here, as you can see, all in May, for anywhere from 4K to 5K, and a couple of small deposits here and there as well. But we're looking to, and we're forecasting to about 500K in the next 6 months, which will happen. We're fully capable. We have the team for that as well. We just need to kind of fix some things in the back end, and we'll definitely get to where we need to be. But in terms of ads that have allowed us to scale up to this point, it's a very unique sort of method. And a lot of clients or a lot of agencies are now just delivering results for realtors in a very copycat way. That's what I've noticed. So usually just, creating ads on Facebook or Instagram and then just kind of leaving at that, or slapping on an ISA. But with us, we kind of take it a step further in terms of the targeting, in terms of how we generate these leads, and also how we follow up with the leads as well. When it comes to the ads, we like to stick to mainly listing ads, which are essentially just, advertising a home listing itself. So just kind of a regular listing. We like to take, pictures of inside the home, outside the home, usually the backyard, especially if it has a pool. That, those types of ads and those types of homes perform the best. And then we have 3 of the best points, a collage, and then we're essentially testing out 20 to 30 different ads as well. When it comes to the targeting also, we actually have a list of about 500,000 leads that we've generated in the last 5 years. My business partner actually ran another agency for about 4 years prior to starting with me at Mitari, which is the name of my agency. So he's kind of accumulated a lot of data from the ads that he's ran for realtors. And we create that and essentially retarget those leads. And a lot of them are just generated leads for other clients across North America. But then we create lookalike audiences as well and target them. So we get a much higher quality of lead, which is irrespective to Facebook, because usually Facebook doesn't really get that quality of lead, especially in real estate at least. And then on top of that, we have a folder of about 200 to 300 different ads that we've tried and tested all across North America. Most of these ads are ads that have closed our clients' deals. So whenever a client closes a deal, we'll go ahead and replicate that ad into this document right here. It kind of comes down to also what type of lead that our clients want as well. It's not just, you come on as a client and it's just our way or the highway. It really is a CEO and a COO based partnership where the realtor, the client, is the CEO of their business. They create the vision, and we're the chief of operations. We bring that vision into reality, and we leverage our strengths to their weaknesses. I'm not saying they have any weaknesses. I'm just saying that we have the strength of marketing and acquisition, and they have the strength of showing homes and negotiating contracts. When it comes down to what types of leads that they're looking for as well, first-time home buyers, I can just search that up. We have multiple ads for that, right? They're looking for sellers. We have that as well. And we have multiple different seller campaigns, and sellers are actually a type of lead that are quite hard to get, especially in the real estate niche. I know a lot of agencies are crushing it with solely sellers. There's a very unique way to kind of attain those, but we have methods for that as well. We actually also got a partnership with a seller lead source. As you can see, we have a $150 wave setup fee. This allows us to get seller leads, about 2,500 seller leads per month for each of our clients every single month in their area. And essentially what we do as well with these seller leads is that we're going to take the 2,500 leads, we're going to retarget them on Facebook, and then we would retarget them on the ads. So the way that we would do that is we would leverage one seller ad from this document, or we'd create a new one with a very unique selling point. But essentially, we would retarget on Facebook as well, and then also create lookalike audiences of those 2,500 seller leads as well. When it comes to the entire system, this is what our sort of pipeline looks like on Go High Level in terms of what touch points that we have for each type of lead. So essentially, as you can see, we have new lead, short-term follow-up, long-term follow-up, not qualified, almost ready, and appointment set. And the best thing about this is that we actually have 2 different ISAs working on every single account as well. And the reason that is because one thing that I do like to mention is a lot of clients or a lot of agencies might be doing the same thing as us, right? They might be generating leads off Facebook. They might have an ISA in place. They might be using Go High Level, but there's a couple tweaks that they can make that could really skyrocket the results that they get. And what I mean by that is, there was a story done by MIT, and they concluded that if you don't contact the lead within the first 3 minutes of them being generated, and we all know this, the chances of you converting them drops by 900%. And I thought it was about 80%. It was about 900%. So due to that reason alone, we have 2 different ISAs working on every single account. One ISA is focused solely on just doing and calling the new leads within the first 30 seconds to a minute. And the second ISA is doing the entire follow-up. And the follow-up ISA is giving 20 touch points, and those are calls, emails, and texts, and various touch points over a 90-day follow-up process. So essentially, we have an AI bot in place as well, and that ties into what I was talking about the speed to lead, where we have
if they send a message, the AI just instantly takes over, makes it personal as well.
Exactly. Yeah. And we've created the perfect prompts as well on Appointwise. They're really amazing with that. And on every single account, like I said, the AI is going to respond over text and take care of that portion. Because when we have 100 to 200 leads coming in every single month for our clients, which is what we average, sometimes for one ISA, handling about 10 to 20 accounts at a time is kind of hard for them to get through all those leads, right? Some leads might slip through the cracks. So the AI steps in, Appointwise steps in, and it really allows us to find the diamonds in the rough and maximize our efforts without really having to put so much manual labor in. Systems are literally everything, and that's what's going to help you scale. And you said this as well on one of your videos, where it's like, most people put so much effort into not the mundane, but the places that are not very important, which is trying to scale, which is trying to be better at sales. Sales is very important, but just trying to scale and just trying to do it as fast as possible rather than actually delivering fucking results. That's and people forget that. Like, they focus so much on client acquisition over client retention. Client retention is really delivering a service that they see an ROI with, along with you, if you are performance-based. But then that creates a much healthier environment for your clients, number one, but also allows you to scale so much more, because at the end of the day, good product sells itself. This phone call right here is just a phone call from one of our ISAs with a client that we booked into an appointment. In fact, the funny thing is we actually used Appointwise's questions in the way that Appointwise books appointments over text, and we've implemented some of those tactics on our script itself.
Where can people find you? Is it going to be Miekhail? I guess I'll link it in the description, but what's your first video going to be about?
My channel is going to be mainly a personal blog of just myself and what I do on a day-to-day basis. I like to travel a lot, so I'm going to be traveling to, Bali soon as well to potentially visit you. But a lot of my content as well is going to be focused on agencies, sales, and just kind of uncovering a lot more of what I uncovered today on a deeper level, just to kind of show you guys the nuances of what we do and how we do what we do. But to answer your question, my first video is just going to be a vlog.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, people will be definitely looking forward to that. Guys, do check out Miekhail's channel. That said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.